One of my all-time favorite songs, "Take Me Home" by Josiah Queen, has the line that I really like in it where it's, "Your presence is my home." And he's singing about God. He's singing about how God's presence is where he wants to be. So for me, I want to make a few short videos over the next coming week just talking about my experience I just had at Bible camp and talking about what I learned. And if I had to have a title for this one, it's "Where is Home?" or something to that effect. I might change it later in post. But the point is, I've always had this idea where I felt most at home was at a Bible camp 300 kilometers away from me. And so I've always tried to get back to that camp because I was there in 2024. It was a long time ago, and I haven't been able to get there. The people were nice. I felt like I fit in. That's where I want to be. That's where I prefer to be. That is my home. And so last year when I didn't get in, I was devastated. And then this year when I didn't get in, I was devastated. I kept applying and applying, and I couldn't get in. And then I applied for a job at the church I work for now. And as I was going through the application for the church, the camp reached out to me, and they were like, "Hey, we want you to come for the summer." And I had to turn them down for once. And through that, I learned something very special, which is God blesses you in the places where he leads you, not in the places where you want to be. I don't think I'd have the same kind of blessing that I have now if I was at that camp. And I realized that the summer camp here where I live feels more like home than ever. I worked with some awesome cabin leaders, and the 3 cabin leaders I had last week were maybe some of the best cabin leaders I've ever had. And so I wouldn't change anything to go back to that camp because I was so encouraged, and I realized how much I was missing by being discontent with where I was. And so for you and for me, I hope that we learn to make God's presence our home. We learn to make where we are with him more important than where we are. And so in Psalm 27, I'm forgetting the exact verse, but it's, one thing I ask in this I'll seek is to live in the dwelling of the Lord all the days of my life, that I may gaze on his beauty. That should be our goal, is to look on God and be with him and make him our home instead of where we want to be, and feel most at home where we are, because where we are is with God. And if you don't know God, put your faith and trust in him. Thank you.